The Fierce Deity armor in Tears of the Kingdom is not amiibo lock, and I'm going to show you every single one of the locations so you can have the full armor set, the quest line that goes along with it, so you can also get the sword to complete the set. Let's get into it. Now, to make sure you have the full set for the Fierce Deity armor set, you want to go and make your way to the Safila Lake Cave. I know I'm going to butcher it, but this is the closest shrine that you'll be able to get to this lake cavern a lot faster. There's a quest line that you can start for these two guys right in front of the cave. I've started it, but the idea behind this quest line is that you go and feed food to this dog, which will then guide you to a chest, which you can do with any dog inside the entire game, both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Once you give him enough meat, he will actually guide you to the correct chest that's inside of the cave that these two guys in the front of the cave are looking for. It's really not that difficult, but if you just want to skip ahead to where you actually see the chest, you can go in without feeding the dog. Really doesn't change anything about the quest line, but obviously once you find the correct chest, open it up, and then these two guys will actually be annoyed and mad at you for simply doing what they couldn't. Now, this actually is going to trigger the Fierce Deity quest line to point you in 3 different locations, and then we'll have you come back. You don't have to read any of this stuff because I'm going to show you all 3 of these different locations. That way, once you have all 3 of the pieces of armor, you can come back here so you can get the sword. The first location that I'm going to show you is actually at the Akkala Citadel Ruins, which, if you remember from Breath of the Wild, used to have a tower they could go on top of. There's a bunch of sludge. Nonetheless, it's completely clear now. It's just a bunch of ruins. Make your way over to this shrine. It's just over the hill, right next to the Citadel Ruins, and I want you to follow the pathing that I'm showing you here a little more directly because I accidentally ruined my jumping and climbing. Nonetheless, make your way to this particular room. There will be this tiny little piece that is busted open. Jump into the small cavern below, and this is probably the easiest of the 3 pieces that you'll be able to get. Next location I'm going to take you to is the ancient tree stump right next to Hyrule Field, which is always super nice to me because everyone knows where Hyrule Field is inside of the game. Make your way to the stump, and inside, a lot of different routes this time around, a lot of different caverns you can go through. Once you're down, find this particular cave that you have to slice open the vines to get through. Now, here's kind of an annoying part that I sped up a lot more. You want to follow the pathing that I'm showing you while climbing these giant vines and these giant roots. This path in particular is going to be the exact route you want to take to make sure you come to the other cavern, slice open more roots, and then you can find the boots for the Fierce Deity at this location. Another very easy one. Finally, make your way over to Skull Lake in the left eye socket. So I know it's a little difficult to orient yourself around, so I pointed out the one that you want to go to. It's a tall tower that you have to fly into. This is the location that I picked to jump from because I can climb up to the top, jump through the giant hole. However you want to do it, make sure you get into the bottom of the cave and follow the pathing that I'm going to show you. Now, this one, you actually come across a lot of different skeleton monsters, kind of fitting for the Skull Cave. You're going to come across this area, blow up a bunch of rocks, which brings you to the final cave that you need to climb up onto the pillar on the right side, and you're going to have this little pedestal that you can get the final piece of the deity set on. This completes the armor, but we have one more stop. Make your way back to the Safila Lake Cave that you started this on, wearing all of the armor. Once you do, this secret room will open to allow you to get the Fierce Deity sword. And that completes it. The entire set allows you to have better attacking, and also just having the Fierce Deity sword in of itself obviously completes the look, as you can see on the screen right now. I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope it's just as straightforward as I'm trying to make it. Let me know down in the comments if you did find this helpful, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.